to the board.
Oily.
Greatest movie
The
known
wall
to
is
man.
fascinating.
Okay. Fuck! Hey. This is a moment where students are misbehaving, right?
Yep.
So, I should like be okay. Now, if you see students are doing like this, you have to be very stern. Alright, look. So, we were talking about, pick up where we left off. What were we talking about?
What's a corporation?
Limited liability corporations, right. If you own that, I bought a share of your company, okay? It's no longer your company, you sold it, you're like, okay, it's public now, you guys all buy it up, I'm selling my own, I'm taking the money and running. I made this company into something that people wanna buy, I'm gonna split it up and sell it to the public, and I'm taking all that money that they buy the company for, and I'm going to live off in paradise in a mansion.
Dang.
So she does that.
She?
She?
It's her company.
No, it's your
Oh,
company.
yeah, I thought it was your company.
Now it's her company.
Oh, okay.
It's a different company. It's a different company, okay? This company's called Turtle Co. She's no longer involved with the company, the public owns it. Now, the public owns it. 1 year later, it turns out the turtles that she was selling actually all had Ebola. Nobody knew. But, hey, but anyway, the point is, so, all of a sudden, Ryan here, he's bought some stock in this company when she was public. So, should he go to jail for killing all those people with the Ebola turtles?
No.
But he owns a part of this company, he's responsible.
I short sell.
Okay, well that's it. My child died from turtles, and I'm suing you. You own 12 shares of this company, that's 0.00001%. So I want you to pay 0.00001% of the pain that I feel for the loss of my 7 children. All of them died from your Ebola-laden turtles.
That's not too bad.
And I'm measuring their death at $100 million apiece. So, I'm gonna pay, hey, I'm gonna let you out of this. You just go into your personal bank account, one check, $50,000, and I will excuse you for any further liability.
Go talk to the guy in charge. You?
Yes, Dennis,
How did 7 children caught a bodily fluid transfer disease?
they all swallowed the turtles. Now listen, hey,
That's their problem.
hey. So listen to me. The Limited Liability Corporation exists to address that reality. They needed a situation where a business could be held liable financially, while you personally couldn't be held financially liable. For example, if you run a business and you're doing a nice job of bakery and a customer comes in and slips on the floor and breaks their neck and dies. Hey, and they go and they sue you in civil court. And they sue you in civil court for having a wet floor or something. And they win a judgment. The jury is kind of a bad jury or whatever, and they make a judgment against your business of $10 million. You don't have, your business is not worth $10 million. It's not, there's no way, you're bankrupt. Your business is bankrupt. Now the question is this: should that person be then able to say, okay, I've taken your entire business and everything associated with that business, the business I blame for my injury, now I'm going to take your house and your cars and your wife's jewelry and everything?
No.
Or should they have to stop after they kill the business?
Kill the business.
That's the principle. They should have to stop after they kill the business. It is the business liable and not the individual behind the business. Is the principle that gave birth to the Limited Liability Corporation, which exists to separate the liability of individual people who own businesses from the liability of the business itself. Now, in order to do this, it effectively requires us to acknowledge that corporations function as individuals in a number of legal capacities. Which legal capacities? Well, they have liability. I can have liability, you can have liability. Can this have liability? No.
Yes. Yes.
Can this have liability?
Yes.
So this can be held accountable for something.
Yes. They can rob your bank.
That's it. You tripped me and I fell down and scraped my elbow. You owe me 50 cents.
I think this is over there.
Give it to me now. No, I obviously, this cannot be held liable for anything. Why? Because this binder
That's not
is
right.
not an agent that can be held liable, and being held liable, is being held accountable, being held morally, legally, financially responsible for good action, is something that only agents can do, and not every agent. Can I hold my dog liable? No. If my dog goes out the back gate and chases the cat down the alley and scares an old lady, I might get mad at my dog, but I can't really say, you know, I am furious with you because you know better. I've explained this to you on multiple occasions. I've given you several good explanations as to why you ought not bark at the old lady down the alley. And yet you maintained in your behavior, after agreeing previously that you would stop doing that, so I'm going to have to ground you, young lady. It would do me no good to say that to my dog, right?
What's an old lady doing that?
Hey! Christian, we're going to take a break in a minute. I just want to finish this train of thought, okay? Listen to me. I'm not even making you take notes during this section. The last section, everyone looks like they did pretty good notes.
Yeah.
You ought to be taking notes during this section anyway, even though I
That's a
haven't
moral
insisted,
obligation.
stop speaking. Even though I have not insisted to do so, you really ought to be, because why not, right? But anyway, given that these corporations exist for limited liability, and that the multinational aspect of the corporations even further reduces their liability, I think corporate liability, the necessity thereof, or the absence thereof, or something like that, is going to be a key piece of neg ground, because they're going to be saying, no, the abilities of corporations to move money around more easily, and products around more easily, to outsource jobs more easily to cheaper labor markets, to industrialize poor nations and pollute them in order to serve cheap products to the American people, that those things are fundamentally bad, right?
Yep.
On the other hand, the app's going to say, you are comparing against a false status quo. The app is going to tell us, look, the choice is not between global economics, economic globalization and some imaginary utopia. The choice is between economic globalization or oppression of individuals' rights to do stuff. Globalization is an inevitable result of the ability to globalize and the desire to globalize, right? Why are we increasing globalization? Because we're more capable of globalizing. Information is moving ever more quickly.
AKA because we can.
Right, because we can. Why is it the fact that it's happening because we can? Well, obviously because we want to. Why do we want to? Because it pays the most money.
So
Right?
what is a corporation?
It's a legal fiction that has some of the qualities of an individual for purposes of civil and criminal liability in certain instances. Probably not criminal though, really. But I think you obviously couldn't hold a corporation criminally liable. But I don't know. That's it. Let's take a break. I'm tired. I'll go.
What a
What
great
time
speech.
is it? Thank you.
Amen.
I have a question for you, Mr. Strauss.
Yo,
So, I remember that you went to China, right?
I did.
What did you teach them?
I taught about cheese every single day.
Yeah!
That's all I taught.
Did you bring them cheese?
No, cheese is really expensive there. Do you know that?
Really?
Yeah.